5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Starting, and we are live. You're on.
Hello, folks. Welcome to your weekly select board meeting. It's April 2nd. I hope everyone survived the 1st.
And survives the 4th and 5th. The snow.
Yes?
Yeah, baby snow.
Baby steps?
Sorry.
Okay, whatever. Deb, you want to see if Danielle is coming in? Oh! Here is our town clerk. Thank you. The calendar, the most important thing.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yep.
All right, Danielle, if you want to start the process?
Sure. There is a storm coming Wednesday night. I'm sure everybody's heard about it, and there's just a few updates. We're assuming we're going to be closed. It's supposed to be a really bad storm. We will post it on Facebook, website, the local channels, as soon as we'll probably post it Wednesday night if the school is canceled. So I'm assuming we're going to get a call Wednesday night. Mellons did send out an update this morning. They will still pick up trash on Friday as planned. Recycling may be delayed, they said, so if it's not picked up on Friday, leave it out. They will pick it up on Saturday. And again, this is we could be using the Text My Gov system on this one, so. Planning board, has anyone heard if planning board's gonna reschedule?
Yeah, I haven't heard yet.
Okay.
No,
I haven't.
not a word, so I have a feeling he'll wait because I don't know that it's gonna be really bad at that time, so.
Okay,
Yep, my guess is he'll wait till tomorrow.
okay.
Yeah,
I emailed Desiree, but I didn't hear back yet.
yeah.
We did get an email from the school board. The school board meeting did get rescheduled to Wednesday, April 10th at 6. It was supposed to be tomorrow, April 3rd. Eric, I just wanted to mention on the plumbing permits, I took it off the to-do list. It sounds like we're in really good shape at this point. Eric Frey has done an amazing job. He built a master worksheet basically that tracks the plumbing, what needs to be paid to the state, and we're in really good shape. We're going to be cutting checks next Tuesday. We'll have them ready for you, at least a couple years worth. We have 2 packets ready to go. I just need to cross-check to make sure some of the checks didn't get cashed. So.
Those were the checks that were in question.
Yep. Yep. We are going to start from now and work back. We're going to do the recent 23 and 24 next week, and then we're going to work our way back.
Outstanding.
So Eric's done a really good job. It's been great, and we're going to be able to use this process moving forward. So over in the clerk's office, we're working on reserve accounts and building a master worksheet on that. So hopefully we'll have something for you next Tuesday as well on that.
It's going to be a busy Tuesday next week.
It's been busy. The Text My Gov information sheet, you've heard us talk a lot about that. The goal is to put that out on either tomorrow or Thursday. That can be done if there's a snow day. We will post the information sheet. Please read that before you take the questionnaire, the survey rather. It will give you all the information, the ins and outs on how the system will work. After you read the information sheet, there will be a survey that you are able to take online. If you prefer to do it on paper, you can get that at the office, or we can email you a copy if you contact us. So just looking for some input on that.
2 questions. Is it anonymous?
I don't know if they collect information. I didn't see where it would put a name or information on it.
Okay. And how long is it going to be available?
I would like to do it for at least a few weeks,
I think so.
maybe a month even,
Yeah.
just to get a really good idea of what people really want before there's money spent.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Okay. At some point, you probably want to say when you're going to cut it off so people know.
Well, what do you guys think?
We
I
are
mean-
typical procrastinators. And
I
Wait,
think we could mention it every,
Yeah.
Is this the only place
Yeah,
it's
just
gonna
to-
be publicized?
What's that?
Is this the only place it's gonna be publicized?
We can put a small ad in the shopper's guide to look for it.
And
if
this,
you want.
remind me again, this is to survey the,
This is the texting system that we've talked to a vendor about. It can work a lot of different ways to get information to the town, to receive notification from the town. It's all in a texting system. A lot of people get texts for their doctor's appointments, if school's canceled. This would work similar. But it also works the back way as far as getting information to the town. They can text us pictures of a loose dog, a road problem, things like that. They can also text us 24/7 on general questions, and it will automatically answer simple questions as far as when the town office is open. The information sheet will hopefully give all the details they need.
okay, let's have a question on it about the percentage of people in the town that have computer access.
I don't know what the percentage would be, other than rolling this out to see
I mean,
what
I
kind of
think
participation we
It's a
get.
question maybe that, do you have computer, internet service or something?
Yeah, we could add that to the survey.
would it be more like cell phone service?
Well, I
would-
don't know, that's what I'm trying to,
It is cell phone
how many
based.
people are we excluding because they don't have the proper electronic equipment?
Well, you're not necessarily excluding them because if they go to work somewhere, they'll get cell phone coverage maybe, And they would then, first of all, know about the survey, and second of all, would get updates, except when they were at home, which isn't ideal, but it at least is a mechanism.
We can add that as a question somehow, on how often they have cell phone service or how, something.
I mean, I just know that, older population, I don't know, cell phones aren't a luxury anymore, I guess. They're more,
Hardly.
computers might be, but,
It's all cell phone, but then you can look at on the other side is how many younger generations don't know what's going on because they don't get a text message. You could look at it both ways, I guess. So,
Yeah, I think cell phone coverage is a good question,
okay.
personally.
I have a feeling that people would read the information in the survey and say, yeah, that would be great if I had cell phone service.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that was.
Do you want me to just kind of draft up that first question, or do you guys want to look at it, or again, or can we just kind of draft something up and get this out?
Yeah.
Okay. We've been talking about it enough. Just to follow up issues, I took off the plumbing stuff, because that's in good shape. I did add, so just to let people know, the cemetery funds for private cemeteries needs to be discussed more. Online assessing information is ongoing, and need to collect more research on that. I did have a kind of a point on that too. Dave, you've probably been through a reval once or twice, right? Once. How big of a deal was that as far as demand on property card information? People really, how did you get that to people on their new assessment?
Let's see, that was all done in here, so I believe, oh yeah, everybody got a letter.
Okay, did they come to the office to get their property card, or did you get the?
To get their property card?
Did-
No, hardly anybody got their property card.
Really?
Yeah. No, they just wanted the assessment. They
Okay.
wanted the bottom line.
when we did it in Baldwin, we were inundated with, we had lines of people coming in, they wanted to see what changed on their property on their card.
Huh.
And then some of them, didn't agree with it, so, yeah, it was a huge influx of people, so I was just curious what we'd be
No,
looking at.
we didn't have that.
Okay,
Somebody must have started a trend over there or something.
wouldn't surprise me at all. And I also added, there's some funds that we need to look more into. The Elijah Fox Trust Fund, Piper Free High School Fund, and Bartlett Doe. We need to do a little more research on those funds, so.
And we have a plan,
We do.
Yeah, we
It's
have a
very
plan.
exciting.
don't we, Ed?
You do?
We do.
Mm.
And the tax collection updates are at the bottom. 93.8% of the 2023 taxes have been collected, and 97.7 on the 2022 taxes.
Very good.
That's all I got.
All right. So we don't have a meeting today according to the calendar. Oh.
Oh, we don't?
Nor is there pickleball on Thursday, which may be appropriate.
We will add that right back
No,
on.
no.
Forget the Thursday, don't even bother to put anything on it, I think you were.
Yeah.
It's too bad it comes now, though, right?
There's no question, no
Of course.
pickleball.
Right, right, I already told him.
There's always something that comes, those calendars are supposed to generate pretty good. And
Yeah, oh, and there's none on Tuesdays either, from 9 to 12.
Hmm.
There's too many
There's
things to
so
put
much
the
going on
calendar.
Tuesdays.
This
We
is-
can,
Right.
I'll bring out posters for you.
We'll hold up signs, there's way too much.
Oh, goodness.
Can you give us a little more status on the Trio web software that we're contemplating purchasing?
Yes, what is kind of neat is we actually got an update today on Trio SQL, and they had all kinds of fixes for Trio SQL that they said they weren't going to do. So we've had a couple issues that we've contacted them on. They have fixed them, and supposedly that got fixed with an update. I didn't think we were going to receive updates anymore. So I did get a quote from Trio on the web. I have not read it yet on what it looks like. I was kind of hoping that we could have Chris Sanborn come in during a workshop, because he had a series of recommendations on what we should look at. Some of those things ARPA funds can be used for. We kind of wanted his input. He's seen both versions, SQL and web, and he talks to a lot of towns, so just something to think about.
That would be good.
Yeah, it might be good to unfamiliar,
Yeah.
even Trio, so.
And I just talked to Don Scholl over in Porter, and they're on Trio Web as well, and I might go over there at some point and see what they think of it and what it looks like, so.
All right.
Yeah,
Anyone have any questions? Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
Yep, thanks.
The community cafe is at 11:30.
As usual, we have our
Sorry.
last week's notes and this week's agenda approved. Paying bills and writing checks.
Is that, are you in?
Jeff Wright made a comment about total bills and how much we paid. To give the two extremes, last week we approved about $15,000. And this week we're approving about $300,000. Obviously, the school's about $150,000. We have trash pickup, snow plow contracts, and that adds up to $301,000. So those are the ranges of our bills. We don't have no ads in the shopping guide. Danielle told us about the Trio web software. We had a note from Christina Roosh concerning some boundary markers that she was concerned about, and she had a survey done. And hopefully that settles any questions she had. We've already received our state police report, and we'll be getting our annual monthly report from the animal control officer. Planning board, his next meeting is April 3rd. I guess there's some question as to whether that is going to go on if the storm starts a little earlier than anticipated. That information will be on the town website
It will.
as soon as we hear any information. Our former town attorney wrote a,
I just skipped.
what I skipped?
The planning board wants to know about setting a date for a special town meeting.
Question on setting date for special town meeting. We really don't have any date.
I think this is in regards to the LD 2003 ordinance changes that they've been working on. So they need to have a special town meeting to vote on that.
Okay,
And prior to that, they'd like to do, I think, a public information session for questions and answers, and then have the special town meeting. That's what they talked about at the last planning board meeting.
It's on the back, Ed, I can see
It's
it.
on the back.
Right there, turn around. Those are her questions.
oh, okay.
How quickly can a special town meeting be scheduled? It has to be advertised for how long?
Couple weeks.
I think 10 days,
Yeah.
10 days before.
Yeah. Is it 10 days or 7 for as far as the law? Is
It's
it
7.
7?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I know, we did 10 for the sidewalk, so yeah.
So it's 7?
But it needs a public hearing.
Yes.
It's not an information meeting, it's a public hearing, which is official. And I think that requires notice as well. And
They do that before the special town meeting.
can they do that before the special town meeting?
No, they gotta do the public hearing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Not
sorry.
the same day of.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So that will need to be scheduled.
And that's 7 days prior,
Yes.
so 7 days, 7 days.
Yeah.
correct? Yep.
We're thinking that would be the only thing ready for a special town meeting or a public hearing. I mean, the only other things we're considering are the cannabis, which is probably take a little longer period of time.
Yeah, there's a deadline for the LD 2003. It has to be in
Okay.
place by July 1st.
Can you answer her email?
I can.
Thank you.
All right.
Tuesday.
Sometimes comprehensive plan, but I don't think it's, I don't think we can combine it too much. No.
Yeah.
So Danielle, did you come up with a date or
Date?
for the meeting, or we just,
That's up to the planning board.
Yeah, they're not, they just wanted to know the time frame.
oh, time frame? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Is there a certain day she's asking?
Tuesdays normally.
It's Tuesdays for special town meetings.
I know Cornish is having theirs on a Saturday morning for the LD 2003, so,
And they might want to have it just on a Wednesday,
yeah.
because where they meet on Wednesdays,
Yep.
you know, so I would ask her.
Well, it's gonna take 3 weeks to a month to,
Yeah, well, they're still working on whatever they're doing, so.
Close to being done, very good.
all right. We have a letter from David Laurie, our previous town attorney, to David Silk, who was the attorney for Mr. Nelligan. just concerning the appeal that Mr. Nelligan filed. Comprehensive Committee,
Can we back up to that
Sure.
letter, Ed? He's talking about doing part of the oral argument on it. If you look at the last paragraph, call me sometime to discuss the above
right,
and how we are to do the oral argument.
right.
Are we still okay with that? I thought we had said he's doing the brief and that's it.
Okay, we can check, but I mean, I would consider the oral argument part of the briefing process.
Okay, but we said the brief, oh, yeah, why don't you check? I guess I'm all right, but we gotta cut him off.
Oh, I know, but we
All
said
we're
he
doing is
could,
spending money on something that doesn't affect us anymore directly.
correct.
Okay. Thank you. I'm done.
The Comprehensive Committee, would you not have a date? Does anyone have any?
April 30th.
Yeah,
April 30th.
that is on the calendar.
Thank you.
Yes.
I couldn't find it
Sorry.
online.
Home run, home run.
We did get that on there.
It's gonna be a busy day.
Busy, busy.
Alrighty. Dave, I'm assuming, the solar update is still in, limbo?
It is. I'm basically just contacting them once a month.
Okay.
They have assured me they will let me know if they get something from CMP.
I mean, we have to remind people that they are still paying their leasing fees. So the money, the town is not losing any money by this delay. It's just more of an aggravation to get something done and completed. No rescue report this month yet? We're signing a town pole permit for Central Main Tower down on Randall Lake Road. One pole. We did receive our check for $36,700 that we paid for the police cruiser that obviously is not being used since they terminated the contract. So we received the $36,000, the entire cost of the cruiser back, and we're paying them for the 6 months that they utilized the contract and the cruiser.
Should we note that it can't come out of the ARPA funds?
Yes. Yes.
And the 36,000 will go back into our ARPA funds, so that'll give us a little more money to adjust and maybe do something different with.
We have to have a meeting.
Yeah, that'll have, I mean, we can put that on the same meeting as
Okay.
the
Planning board?
LB 2003.
Septic system at 213 Secaucus Road. It's been filed with Saco River Commission. We've had a request from Scott Mounts, whose group is in the process of purchasing the Stanley Building to turn the water back on at the Stanley Building. The water was originally turned off really in regard to a court order that said the building could not be occupied, and we felt it appropriate to turn the water off since the building could not be occupied. That situation has gone away, and we have a request from the prospective owners to turn the water back on.
Frankly, I'm not comfortable with that. They supposedly are gonna close on the building on Thursday, in which case we would know next Tuesday, and we could say we'll turn it on. But at this point, I'm not comfortable with that.
Jeff?
I agree. We don't know that they own the building yet.
Okay.
As soon as we do.
So would you just make a note that was, I would vote for them to turn the water back on.
When they own it, when,
Well, I mean, I think it's, even if they don't own it, what difference does it make?
It's 2-1.
But what difference does it make, really? Who owns the building? It doesn't really matter.
I guess.
We don't know for sure that Peter's not gonna get it back.
Right.
Well, I think we do.
No, well,
Yeah.
I think.
We have a pretty good feeling that's not the case, but
Well,
why push it?
so we'll,
So many delays, I would say. I would wait.
we have some information on the roads. Gathering information for a Freeman report. We've been approved for $15,000. I don't know when checks come in for this, all this approval money, but that's another story. Jen and Dave have been working on the cannabis position. We'll have maybe some more information next week
Yes.
on that.
I believe we will.
Jen, do you have anything other specific?
You know, speaking of a special town meeting, if we discuss ARPA funds for the car, maybe we can put in a request to use ARPA funds for the automatic door openers.
Yeah.
We have a quote from Maine Accessibility Corporation, and that's who we've gone with, and I have them in touch with Keith Logan, our electrician, so there'll be a cost from Keith too to do the wiring. But that may be a good time to appropriate funds for it, and they're looking at probably May, early May, so.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dave, did the boiler people ever get back?
I haven't heard anything yet, no.
Okay, because that would be another thing that we could
That's a different.
Consider.
Yeah, that's a different grant.
a different who?
Grant.
You were hoping to get another
Oh,
grant.
we were hoping to get a grant for that, but we
Right, or at
can
least a portion.
still utilize the ARPA funds if the grant doesn't work.
Yes,
That would be good.
The last thing we have to do is open our wells.
right.
That's the
I fully agree.
absolute last thing.
Yeah.
Were there any other,
I do have one.
the
more
railing?
thing. The rec committee policy for the town of Parsonsfield is
Yeah.
done, just requires our signatures. And maybe we would consider putting in a small ad in the shopping guide, asking if anybody is interested to come
Sure.
fill out a form. And maybe at some point I'll have a meeting, a workshop for anybody to discuss where we could go.
Depending on how many people you get.
Yeah, yeah. We'd like to see 5 people, but it's kind of like tough to get volunteers, so.
Jen, do you want to put the ad together,
Sure.
and then I can send it in for you?
Yeah.
Can we post a draft policy
Yes.
for people to
Absolutely.
review
Yep.
before you? Okay.
And I need it by Monday noon time.
Yes.
And we were looking into the railing too, right? Is that
Yeah.
for the front
For the
door?
front door, yeah. couple of different possibilities. Maybe Tim Green has an idea, Granger's has a commercial handrail possibility, so,
Oh,
yeah.
good. Be nice if we could get that done, so with the automatic door openers would sort of,
It would be. I do think that
Complete the front.
location is questionable. I mean, every time it rains, it's right where we want the rail, it just pours and snow piles up there, so. We have to kind of go out, take a look, really discuss where that railing wants to.
Well, I thought you decided it was gonna be on this side.
Well, this side would be, that side would be the best, but then there was an issue with plowing. Snow
Because they
removal.
plow,
But there's, I think we need to go out and look at it, measure.
they probably should be bringing the plow up
If we
on
get a
that
snow
anyway.
blower, that would be.
right, could be one of the things to get snowballed. We did have, oh, well, Dave, do you have anything more?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
The Boston Post came. We have selected a recipient. It's gonna be Wayne Hanson. We will be making the presentation to Wayne next Tuesday. And I guess that's it.
Okay. The select board did have a nice presentation from John Lesko. Really concerning, and for you 11 or 12 people who are listening, thank you.
12.
12? Thank you. And for the people that listen during the week when they have a spare moment. The presentation is about... During the week when they have a spare moment. How do,
Sorry.
how do we get more people involved in local government, how do we get more people involved in government? And try and reduce the liberal, conservative, Republican, Democrat to, let's get the job done. So he made a nice presentation, and we told him we'd try and give him some ideas, and he's also going to work towards setting up a few meetings with that as a goal.
Listening sessions. Listening sessions.
Listening, and that's absolutely true. No one wants to listen because everyone has their mind made up. No,
Well, he's talking about doing the listening.
well, that I know, but that's another story.
Okay.
I mean, it's a very difficult thing. You know, you can listen all you want, but you still have your ideas,
So, yeah.
and you're still going to try and convince the other person that your ideas are better.
Mhm.
So it takes really a delicate balance.
Yeah, it's a give and take and a balance, you're right.
All right, well, that's it, folks. Thank you for listening and watching. I keep forgetting that. Jeez. See you next week.